How's it going, people? Jeff here from Ecom Geeks. Today, we're going to be reviewing the top 10 winning products for September 2021. So, let's get started. The first product that we're going to take a look at here is it's this universal crossbody nylon patch phone. It's a long way of saying that you can turn your phone case into a lanyard. So basically how this works is you take this little piece of fabric, take off the backing, stick that to the inside of your phone case, and then put your phone back on, and then you got a little lanyard connection to it. Now that may seem pretty simple and straightforward. I'm actually going to show you because there's some interesting things that you can do with this. So let's see here. So that's how it's installed there. So you can have it with kids. There's a couple other things like outdoorsy things. So here, yes, it's strong, can hold on to tons of weight and whatnot. But yeah, you can use it like on the go. There's a really cool thing here where you can use it and it's still connected to your phone. So I don't know. There's a lot of applications. It's a cool idea. It is super simple. It's pretty darn cheap. I mean the product costs $227. That's probably from AliExpress because on Alibaba here we got this going on. Where we go? There we go. So we've got $1.50 per product, and the minimum order is 10, so that's nothing. So you could definitely do it for Alibaba. With this particular manufacturer, they're going to want to have 200 pieces for a custom logo. Custom packaging is 1,000. You could probably negotiate a bit with that, but even if you're just doing it, 10 at a time, I mean, it's not going to cost you much to do that, even if you just wanted to start off with that. Or you could always, grab something from AliExpress. Just beware of those shipping times because that can kill something. So definitely keep an eye on this. It's just starting off. There hasn't been a lot of ads and promotions about it, so there's a lot of potential in it. But you'll have to see if it's going to be a thing that catches on and it's a trend. So we'll see in the days to come. The next product we have here are these vintage ear cuff earrings. So these are earrings that do not require you to have a piercing to put on, and they're actually quite pretty. I really liked the way that they look. They just snuggle right over your ear there, and it really does look great. So I would say that these are not a product in their own, in that you wouldn't be able to do, simply a one product store. That being said, if you are in the jewelry, necklaces, earrings, if you're in that whole niche market, this is definitely a interesting product and something that you can add. Like already there's a lot of interest and engagement in it that we can see here. If we take a look at AliExpress, I mean, these guys are only for $1.77. So if you already have a jewelry store or an accessories type store, this is definitely something that could be valuable to add, and it costs basically nothing. So it's a win-win situation. Next up here we have, I guess you would classify it as a kitchen gadget. It is intended to protect your fingers from getting cut. Kitchen gadgets are kind of hit and miss because oftentimes they will solve a problem that they create as opposed to solving a problem that already pre-existing. In this case, this is actually pretty legitimate because this protects your fingers from being cut off with knives. So it does have a lot of potential there, as opposed to it's actually solving a problem because people do cut their fingers when chopping things. And in the video here, it kind of shows you a little bit more about how it works. I mean, the backing on this particular one looks a little bit cheap because, as you can see in this next scene here, your fingers can move around and you can just kind of press it. I would try and look for a product with a little bit more quality in that. Same concept, same idea, and I'm sure it's out there. But just the ability in this next thing here that you can actually choose how thick the slices are, that helps as well. So not only are you protecting your fingers, but you're also allowing yourself to be able to decide how big a slice it's going to be before you actually cut it. Take a look at that. Keep it in mind. There is a lot of reactions to this so far. So definitely something to keep an eye on. If we take here at Alibaba, this particular one is 90 cents with a minimum order of 10 pieces. They're asking a lot. If you want some customizations, they want 1,500, which is a lot. Like I said, there's a number of manufacturers for these, and there are different types. So take a look at that if that is your niche, and let's keep moving on. The next guy we have here is a kid's toy, and this is a funny talkback dancing cactus, and this thing actually seems kind of fun. One thing I have that could be an issue, so it's supposed to be able to sing up to 120 songs. I don't know what those songs are. I don't know if they're just tunes or melodies. It's also supposed to be able to record and mimic back what your child has said. So I don't know, there's a number of claims here. I would definitely want to order a sample of this if I was to make a store around this or to add this to my current store, just to make sure that it is living up to the expectations that I'm looking for. I mean, nothing crazy. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool looking. Like honestly, it is kind of entrancing. And you know, if you watch it with music, it's fun. So keep that in mind. If it is a children's store that you own and this is what you want to go for, then this is definitely a good product to add there. Taking a look at Alibaba here, it goes from 30 cents to $5. 3 pieces of minimum order, which is not much at all. Apparently it comes in a bunch of different colors. So I don't know if these are different colors. I think these are, yeah, these are different different variations of the same product, which is actually kind of cool. So if you wanted to, you have the capability of turning this into a one product store, and like you could even do something like name the different cactuses, like have different names for them and make them like a collectible sort of dealio. So there's definitely potential in this one product. Like I said, get a initial piece yourself, see if it does live up to the description, but it does have a lot of potential. Next up here, we have a product that is very fashion based, and it has a lot of potential, but with any fashion based product, it is very much hit or miss. So, I mean, these could be the next, you know, TikTok yoga pants that exploded. I mean, they are pretty cool and they are pretty unique. That being said, it could be a hit or it could be a miss. So keep an eye on it. There is some good reactions. There are some engagements coming from Facebook and whatnot. So keep it in mind. Like I said, it can either hit or miss. These guys are around $9 if you're going through Alibaba. So yeah, take a look. If this is your thing, keep it in mind. This here is a product that I was especially intrigued by. So this is a new take on the mandolin slicer thingy, and it is different in a good way, in a lot of good ways. So let's take a look at the video here. One thing that's really nice is that this guy here is adjustable. So with most of these guys, you have like a million different inserts for different cutting things, and they take up a lot, and you have to wash every single one. You have to store them, etc., etc. This one actually is adjustable, which is super cool. So you can actually change, you know, how thick your slices are. So here it goes. It's going to show you the different thicknesses, which is really cool. Also, it has these teeth that come in and out. It has like 2 different sets of teeth. So you can see that, you know, one is getting adjusted outwards, and you can even adjust the other one outwards as well. So you can have it super fine, or, you know, you can have it thicker if you want chips. Anyways, really cool concept because it is all, you know, adjustable. There's so many different options there, and like I said, you don't have a million different inserts. It's just one product that's adjustable, which is fantastic. So keep an eye on that guy. It's just starting off there. There's not too much engagement yet, but I can see this really taking off. You know, as a kitchen product, that is a winner. The next product we have here is it is a stick-on adjustable phone stand. So it is one of those things that allows you to have your phone upright. There are different versions of this, and there is a definite market need for this. The one thing I don't like about this particular model that you can probably see is that it's not easy to hold it using your fingers. A lot of these are dual purpose in terms of, you know, you can have them as a stand for your phone, but you can also use it to hold your phone in your fingers without it slipping out of your hand. I mean, if we take a look here at Alibaba, I mean, there are a whole bunch of different color options. The customizations are $500 a piece. All that being said, you might want to consider something like a print-on-demand store, because just going to Printify here, they actually just released this where it's the same sort of concept and idea, but it is customizable. So this back logo here, you can set that to be whatever you want. That is, you know, the surface that you can decide what gets printed on there, and you can actually allow customers to decide that as well. So I think that this, the print-on-demand version of this has more potential because of the customization. That being said, it's not like these don't have a trend. Just keep in mind and see what people actually want out of your product. The next product we have here is actually doing quite well. It is this Frontless bra, and so I believe this is for this trend called the deep plunge. Basically, the concept of you looking like you don't have a bra and also having a very low cut shirt or dress in the middle sort of thing. This has definitely been gaining a lot of attention. If you want to jump on this, I would say do it sooner rather than later. Make a brand out of it. Make it so that when people think of frontless bras, they think of your brand, because that is how you're going to actually capitalize on this. There is a huge amount of interest. I would definitely try ordering a sample from a couple of different suppliers. Check to make sure if they're comfortable. Because if they're not, then women probably won't buy them. From what I've heard from a lot of women, bras in general aren't comfortable. So if you are a woman yourself, obviously test them out on yourself. If not, get a couple friends or family members, try it out, see if they like it or if they think it's the worst. Figure out which supplier you think works best for both price as well as quality and shipping. And honestly, you will be selling these like hotcakes. Definitely a good investment for sure. Looking at Alibaba here with this particular manufacturer, you can only do logo and packaging, and that would be for 1,000 pieces each. You can obviously start off with just AliExpress on this guy and then transition over to Alibaba. I believe they also sell these on Amazon and whatnot. So huge potential. This is already raging. So definitely jump on board if this is your niche product. The next product we have here is interesting and it's been getting a lot of following recently. So this is a USB charger for everything. Well, it's technically a USB cable which has multiple different ends to it. So you've got your USB-C, you've got your Apple connector, and then you also have your micro USB there at the end. You can switch them out for different tops. Also, with this particular version, the core is magnetic to itself, so it also compacts. That is really cool. It's not as cool, in my opinion, as the fact that it has 3 different adapters. So if you have multiple devices, you can use the same cable for everything, which is great because oftentimes people have to carry around 2-3 cables to make sure that they can charge for different devices and whatnot. So a lot of potential here. Yeah, definitely jump on this sooner rather than later if this is your niche that you're focused on. Taking a look here at Alibaba, we can see that these guys go for 5 cents to $2.40. Obviously, there's multiple suppliers for these things. If you want the customizations, you can do a custom logo for only $100, which is not bad. You'd be skipping out on the packaging and graphic customization, but if you're just starting, I mean, pre-ordering 100 pieces of these, if you think they're going to sell, they're not expensive per piece, and you get it cheaper if you buy more. So, yeah, definitely a lot of possibilities there. The final product that we have here, this is not a new product. If you have been on Facebook at all, or TikTok, you have definitely seen this. This is the whole mask that claims to be amazing in terms of absolutely, wrecking those facial imperfections, clearing out all those pores, apparently supposed to do everything. Obviously, this is not true. It cannot be as good as it claims to be because that's crazy. That being said, there are a lot of very good things to this. What are those things? Well, most face masks up till now have not been applied in a deodorant type stick manner. So this is really cool because it's easy to apply. I mean, there's multiple different kinds. These all kind of contain different natural ingredients, natural extracts. So we've got, one that's, the green mask. That's the one that's kind of been advertised like crazy. There's also like an eggplant version one, so it's got eggplant extract. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different things, but just the concept of having a face mask that is easy to apply and remove in this manner is a new thing. Also, there's just been so much attention focused around these types of face masks that it would be easy to jump on board to jump on the trend because it's not done yet, and just to have this sort of application method is huge. Obviously you can find these as well on Amazon. Obviously, make sure that you're not going to run issues with other brands saying they own it or FDA approved or whatnot. So be careful about that. Make sure you're covering your bases. But it has a lot of potential in terms of being able to sell, especially because it's going like crazy right now. So it's not too late yet, but if you wait too long, it will be, and then the trend's going to end before you're going to get much of a payout on it. So there you go. Those are our top 10 recommended products for September 2021. Let me know, what products do you think have the most potential? What products would you actually put into your store, or which ones would you avoid putting in your store? Let us know in the comments down below. And as always, take care. Catch you next time.